Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Wrestling Roundup, your weekly dose of all things wrestling. From backstage drama to epic showdowns, we've got you covered. So let's dive into the ring. I'm your host, Jay, and I'm here with my fellow co-host, Dan.
Good day, Jay.
How you doing, sir?
Good, how are you?
Good, good. And today, we are joined by a special guest. She is the bodyguard to the NCG former general manager, Irish Bobby Clancy.
No, let's not go with former. Let's just bow your head down.
I'm not
bodyguard
sure.
for...
I'm not sure. Irish Bobby Clancy.
There you go.
Fair enough. Okay, she is not just raising the bar, she's flattening the whole field. Make way for Prairie Bortolin.
Hi, Jay. Hi, Dan.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Good.
Thank you for having me.
Oh.
It's a pleasure.
We'll see. That's what you're saying now.
Yeah.
But we'll find out.
We'll see by the end of the show.
We'll find out. So, you know what? I'll go with the first question. How did you get involved? How did you get interested in the world of pro wrestling?
Well, I grew up at a young age watching it, like WWE on TV, and I just gravitated. Trish Stratus stood out to me, and I grew up. Ashley Massaro was probably my favorite. She had the punk rock vibe with the hat backwards, and just she's kind of who, like, drew me in.
See, I would not have guessed that because watching you at ringside, I would have went somewhere between China and Lita.
Oh yeah.
That's what I thought was Lita. Like I was expecting some high flying, some backflips, some athletic moves. So that's the look I was looking at was you got the size of China, but you got the, I guess, intestinal fortitude of Lita. And
Right.
Lita has always been one of my favorites. So.
Yeah. So you started watching around 2005 or so?
Yes.
I know Ashley came in about 2005.
Yeah. And then I got to go to WrestleMania 23 in Detroit.
Oh, nice.
So I saw her live there and just witnessed like The Undertaker live.
Against Batista?
Yeah.
Yep. I was
Yeah.
there too.
Oh,
I
yeah?
was there in the building. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Have you been to any other WrestleManias?
I've been to WrestleMania 3, X8,
Oh, wow.
and 23. That was the last one I made it to. But they were all good shows. I set 2 attendance records, in case you didn't know.
Wow.
You
You
did
were
it by
there. You saw
yourself.
one.
Yeah.
Well, I was the one that pushed us over the edge.
Oh, okay.
That's what
All right.
happened.
I just remember, even from sitting far away, feeling The Undertaker's flames, like from the
So
Druids.
hot.
That was crazy.
So hot, but so exciting.
Yeah.
too. And was that your first event ever?
Yeah, that was my first live event. I was 10 at the
WrestleMania.
time. Yeah. My mom took me. So that was a nice surprise.
See, and we're always saying that moms and dads should be taking their kids out, taking them to wrestling. Mm-hmm. It's a phenomenal way for them to learn about the world,
Yeah.
learn to defend themselves, learn to stick up for themselves.
Right.
Tell people you suck. You can't do
Yeah.
that at the bus
Yeah.
stop. I mean,
No.
that's
Or
right.
watching
no.
from home.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
totally different. You
Yeah.
get to a live show, even the indie shows like
Yeah.
NCG, and it's just totally different being there in person.
It is, and people don't realize. A lot of people, they say, "Oh, where's the announcer? I can't hear any." It's like, no, you can't, but you're right there. They're right in front of you. They can come out and slap your hand, or whatever it is. It's
Right.
it's amazing. Like I said, we've gone before, and so what do you think though when you go out, because you're the bodyguard, so I know you're very busy, but when you go to ringside, how do you feel like when you have the crowd around you?
Well, you just kind of like you're in your own mindset,
Okay.
and you kind of just tune everybody out, and just focus on like what we're there to do. Like when Bobby had that match, just being present ringside, looking out for him, and then you just gotta protect your.
Oh, yeah.
I gotta protect Irish Bobby Clancy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt in his match, and in case anybody attacks him.
Yeah,
Got to
you
be
just
there, be the muscle,
Be the muscle and protect your investment.
right?
That's it.
There you go.
Really. And I don't know what you've been insinuating that Bobby's a troublemaker, but he's not. Bobby is phenomenal right now, and I think that, as I've said in the past, he is the innovator. He is the architect of NCG.
Yeah, he's the spotlight.
Yeah.
He just draws the crowd. He knows how to work the fans, and it's just amazing at what he does.
Oh yeah, for as I always call him, he is the biggest little man on the planet. His personality is bigger
Oh.
than NCG
Yeah.
or WWE or any of it. It's just the personality. But he gets in there. He's got great mic skills out there, and you're the complete opposite. You're completely silent. Even when we're going through and we're getting autographs and pictures, I've had security tell me you can't talk to her. I said hi anyways. I didn't care what they said.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's the character, and it works phenomenally. It's, if it keeps going, the less words, the better, because it's going to be your actions. So
Actions speak louder than words.
That's
Yeah.
right. And speaking of actions, so you are training right now to be in the ring.
Yes. Mikey, the owner of NCG currently, he's looking to open his own school.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's in the works. And then once that's set and ready to go, I can get back in the ring and get my training done. And hopefully
Good.
you guys will see.
Oh, for sure.
Me in the ring.
Are you training right now with someone? Like, do you have a trainer right now?
Right now, I've just been hitting the gym with Irish Bobby.
Okay.
We go like 4 or 5 times a week. And
Now, are you on the carnivore diet as well?
I'm actually not. I kind of track what I'm eating and then try to eliminate the carbs, keep the protein up, protein bars,
Yeah.
protein shakes.
Fair
So
enough.
when you're at
Fair
the
enough.
gym, though, is it the same as NCG where people are just drawn to the two of yous working out? They want to know what you're doing, why you're doing it.
We've had a couple people come up to us. They've recognized Bobby from the show, like the Traders
Yep.
Canada.
Oh, right.
A lot of people have come up to him for that. Just fans of NCG, and yeah, it happens quite frequently.
Right. Oh, does it? Okay.
Yeah.
But so you're getting used to it,
Yep.
kind of.
Yeah,
And they've been respectful for the most part?
for sure.
Okay, good.
So were you at the first NCG match, or did you come later on?
The first one I attended was the fall of last year when Tessa Blanchard won the belt, and it was when Irish Bobby actually made his NCG debut. So I got to be there for that, and I just watched as a fan at the time. So that was pretty neat.
Well, and that's neat because we've watched every NCG right through.
Really?
To where we're watching you become a bigger role. And we're expecting bigger role until someone like TNA says, hey, she's got the talent, but the first thing is, and I will go out on a line and say within a year, we're going to see Prairie take out Tessa Blanchard.
Okay. You heard it here first.
That would be the goal.
So get ready.
That'd
Get
be a
ready.
great match.
Women's champion of NCG, and that's, I'd say, within the next year. So if it
Look out,
happens,
Tessa.
Yeah,
That's
that's
it.
right. That's right. He's been okay with some of his predictions, too.
Yeah. So we'll be there. Like we've really followed a lot of them. Zico, Giant Orion, Chantel. We've been watching a lot. Tessa Blanchard, and now we'll have Prairie. We watched the Bobby Clancy pretty much just sweep the floor with Karen McKenzie. So that was good. That was good. Everything that we say comes true. So
I'm hoping that happens. Fingers crossed.
it's going to happen.
That's right. And I don't want to focus on him too much because, again, that's Dan's guy. But how long have you known him?
I've known him for about 10 years now.
Oh, wow. Okay. I didn't realize it was that long.
Yeah.
Okay.
I actually met him through Can-Am Wrestling, which is Scott Demore's school.
Yes.
When I briefly trained there, I was in and out of the school, and he came in one of the nights and trained with us. And that's kind of how we started bonding, and we just kept in touch on social media.
Oh, that's something.
Well, that's one of the things I see all the time is Bobby putting on me and my soulmate. So it was a question as to how long have you guys been friends?
Yeah, he's like a best friend, like brother. He's my gym partner, and just
Someone to talk to,
Yeah.
confide in. Yeah, because he mentioned you when he was here last time. He said, "Oh, yeah, Prairie, and we work out, and we do this and that, and I see you online. You go to concerts and different events together. And I said, that's what you need in your life. You need someone that you can,
just escape from the world and
yes,
just have that friendship, like that close bond with somebody.
And then we go into the NCG world. We go to the back of a truck to the producers, and he's kind of like the director of violence. It's phenomenal. It's like that is absolutely amazing.
Wait,
But I will say, though, really quickly, we don't know what happened before the camera started rolling. Because when I saw the camera rolling, I saw you just putting it on
That's
the
all you had.
production guy.
That's all you needed to see was Prairie kicking ass. That was it.
No, I'm just saying, she didn't just attack without. We don't
We don't
know
know
what the guy
that.
said.
We don't know that. She's been trained by the best, so could be
exactly. Thank you, Dan.
they did not know she was even coming. Like
We
she
have a production
ragdolled
here
that
if
guy.
you want to take him out.
Yeah, we have a producer who's hidden behind the curtain that if we brought him out, you could ragdoll him around the whole studio.
Perfect.
If you get one of those bursts of energy, let us know.
Yeah, we could take a break and
Yeah,
can ragdoll him around.
that's it.
He'll be like Raggedy Ann.
What is a usual say? What is it like to just go and hang out? Like, what would you guys normally do? You have a day off. Where are you going, and what are you working on?
We honestly, when we have free time, we'll go for an occasional, like just a car ride. We'll jam to some Godsmack tunes and just classic rock and just drive through like the county, Bell River. And then we've gone through Harrow, LaSalle, all over the place just to escape and catch up. Aside,
Just hang and enjoy each other's company.
honestly, yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah, could you?
Yeah, I can see that. I can see me enjoying Bobby's influence on me.
And
You, I don't think so.
The wisdom? No, no, I don't have it. Well, I have wisdom, but not the same wisdom.
Not
he
the
has.
wisdom of the Clancy.
No, not at all.
And just so you know, I long before the shirt came out was saying I'm a Clancy guy.
Yeah,
That is true.
And when I saw the shirt, I had to buy it. It was
it's a
amazing.
classic shirt.
I got it at the first show that he was selling the shirts.
Yep.
Got the shirt. Got it signed by Irish Bobby Clancy. Got it signed by Silent Prairie.
Yeah. Oh, you have both. See,
Oh
didn't
yeah, I
realize
got
that.
both signatures on there.
I didn't get
Right
mine
on.
yet.
Yep.
I didn't
But
get mine
just
yet.
it was like real estate. It just added value.
We'll have to get you one, Jay.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. When I can get to the next show, I'll be ready to go.
Yeah.
So,
They don't have Clancy girl shirts though.
I'm gonna have to get on him about that.
I know.
There needs to be one.
right. You're changing one word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. Adding a couple letters.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and then your demographic opens wide open.
That's it. No, I
There,
agree.
there was actually a guy at the last show in April, and he dressed up as Clancy. He had.
I saw him there.
Did
yeah.
you?
Yeah.
I saw
He had
him
the
online.
ears and the T-shirt on.
I don't know why I'm on about the years.
I don't know either. They're haters.
Yeah.
That's right. And they're everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
They're everywhere.
They're just jealous.
No, I agree. I agree. So if you could get into the ring, we mentioned Tessa a few minutes earlier. If you could get in the ring with someone right now, who would do you have a dream match or a dream opponent right now?
I would say NCG wise, definitely Tessa Blanchard.
Okay.
It would be amazing just to be under her wing and just face her, learn from one of the greats,
Right.
have that title opportunity, and just to have an amazing match like that. But dream opponent would probably be Roxanne Perez.
Okay, from NXT.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, I mean, she's been on Raw lately. She's still under the NXT label, but she's been on Raw the past month or so.
So I'm sure she'll be a part of the main roster
hope
very
so.
I
soon.
believe Roxanne just signed to SmackDown.
Oh, did she?
Oh,
Oh, that's too bad because she's been on Raw. Like,
Yeah, but they had said that she went with the blue brand, so they must have picked her up, which is great for her.
because she's been training since she was 15. So.
Yeah. But a lot of them, it's amazing to see how long they have been training. You've got her, you've got Lynch. It always seems to be 14, 15.
Yeah.
So it's just when you get that bug, you just start. But the dedication and for you and Bobby being at the gym 4 or 5, 6 days a week is amazing because some people have trouble 5 days a week going to their job.
it's kind of like just going to the gym. It's like a stress relief, mental escape from the world, and you just better yourself. We've been going maybe a year and a half, and we look back at pictures from a year ago, like on Facebook memories, and it's just like, wow, we were different people.
No
Like,
way.
we've come a long way.
See the progression?
Yeah, and it's almost like I can't even look at myself then because it's like, wow, I never want to be back in that body again.
Yeah. So what's the routine that you guys are doing?
Well,
Is it a lot of bench pressing? Is it a lot of legs? Like what is it that Prairie's going for? Is it the esteem of being huge, or just being enough menacing that you keep guys away?
like as lean as I can get, build my muscles up just so I can just athletically look my best. We'll do legs one day, we'll do cardio as like a rest after we do all the weight training. We do shoulders and arms, chest and triceps, back and biceps.
So how long would you be? So say you go on a Monday. How long are you there? Like say 2 hours a day, kind of thing.
An hour and a half to 2 hours, I'd say.
Like
Just
that's
because,
dedication.
yeah.
It is.
And we'll take turns on the machines or the weights, so it does take up some time, but it's just nice to chat. And
Yeah. And you're going. So you said about 4 days a week. Eh?
4 or 5, it just depends on our schedules because Bobby will work midnight for a month straight, and then he'll switch back to days. It depends. Like
That's hard on you too. That's hard on
Yeah.
your body, doing that switch over back and forth, working shift work. That's very difficult to get back into the routine. It's great that you guys can stay in the routine, but to get back into it would be, to me, is really hard. Is you go midnights for 3-4 weeks, and then you're on days. It's like I'm a zombie for 4 or 5 days.
I couldn't imagine. I'm just days, and I just gives you like the evening to wind down, do what you'd like. If you can relax for a night, it's great, or just go to the gym and then wind down after.
See, okay, so you don't necessarily get up at 4:30 in the morning. And,
Sometimes I will.
oh, will you?
Yeah. I like going before work just because there's less people at the gym.
Right.
But when you go after, it's packed, and there's a lot of teenagers hogging the
Yeah.
equipment.
There you
So
go.
you're sitting around a lot.
Well, they're sitting around holding their
Yep,
phones.
pretty
I only
much.
see the videos online. 'Cause
Yeah.
I have a gym at my house, and I don't always go to, and it's
Yeah.
in my basement.
Yeah.
So
Yep. I'll give them the stare down sometimes if they're
Yeah.
on their phones hogging up the machines.
and you should. Do they run?
A few have.
Good. A little intimidation
Yeah.
doesn't hurt anybody, right?
I've had to throw around a couple people just to stop hogging the equipment. You got to do what it takes.
That's it. If you want it bad enough, you'll go and you'll do whatever it takes to get it.
Fair enough. Okay.
I love that. I love that. Both of you, is just. It seems like you have a goal, and there's nothing going to stop you from it.
Right.
So
Right, because the dedication, like you said, for the past year and a half, and you're getting up, going to the gym every morning, or at least 5 days a week. It does. It takes a lot of commitment because there's, I don't feel like going. No, come on, and it's good to have a partner that will push you too. Where
Yeah.
it's like, okay, hey, let's go. We're going to we're going to the gym today. Let's go.
Right.
Okay, I'll meet you there. Okay.
It's easier when you have somebody that'll also push you. So we've come a long way. Like we just boost each other up, and
Right. Speaking of boosting each other up,
hey, you leave him alone.
I-
Don't be knocking on the man.
that's not what I said.
You were going that way.
Okay, so if you're away from the ring, you're away from the gym. What else are you doing? Like when you were coming up as a child, what else did you do? Like were you athletic that way when you were a kid?
yep, I played soccer my entire life. I started maybe at 4 or 5 years old, just playing like house league Timbit soccer,
Oh,
and then maybe when I was 9, I started travel and played for. First team I played for was Windsor, and then I played a year in the States with Waza.
Oh, really?
And then I came back. I played for the LaSalle Stompers, and then Tecumseh for years,
Really?
up until like you hit 18. Then you're done youth travel,
Okay.
and then this is my second year now back in the women's league for Croatia.
Yes.
So
and that's a travel
senior
team as
women's,
well.
yeah. So we're still playing competitive, and it's like 18 and up. So we've had girls that are like even 50 that are in the league that have played university or college, some in their 30s.
And do you play Do you? Well, you're a travel team, so where are you going to travel? What's your area?
It's like there was a few LaSalle teams before last year.
Okay.
There's like 3 Bell Rivers. There's a Caboto team and Windsor also. But
What position do you play?
I'm the goalkeeper.
No way.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
So you guard all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically the team's bodyguard.
Yeah.
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 So you're playing
Oh, you're right.
competitive soccer, training, going to NCG, and holding a steady job.
Yeah.
Right.
That's a lot in a day, never mind a week
Right.
for anybody.
And still making time to sit down with us.
Yeah.
So there you go. Very busy. But your soccer league, they play tomorrow night. You play
Yeah.
Wednesday night.
We play Wednesday nights, and tomorrow we're at the Croatia home field, so it's right by the new jail. You can
Oh,
see
yeah.
it like off the 401.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Another guarding opportunity for you. Right there. Bam.
It's convenient.
Yeah.
It's right there.
Yeah.
That's right. See how I do my journal? I'm a broadcast journalist. So see how I know Wednesday nights and recently you purchased a pair of cleats and they were for your girlfriend.
Yep.
Yes.
Taylor.
Taylor is
Yep.
her name?
Yep.
Okay.
She plays on Croatia also.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, before we get into too much, who's a better player, you or her?
Oh, that's a tough question, and I don't want to get myself into trouble here.
Okay. All right.
So
Fair enough. Good answer. Good answer.
we're both stars.
Okay, yes, there you go. And she has fancy purple cleats,
Mm-hmm.
right? So I did see that online. Let me ask you this: what was it, if you don't mind? What was it like, when you came out to your family? Because I assume that you have, because we just talked about.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So what was it like when you came out to your family?
Honestly, I felt like I would think I was 19 years old when I finally did, but it was a lot of denial over the years. Like I've known since I was a young age, and I think it was because I grew up in a conservative family where I was just worried about, will my family judge me? Will they react negatively? And I was worried about my friends also. But once I just had the courage, I first told my friends, and they were completely cool. They want me to be happy, love me regardless. And then I told my mom and my mom's side of the family, and my dad's I knew would be accepting right away because they're very my grandma that passed away last year. She was fancy. She would go out in her heels, and she had a lot of gay friends. So I knew she would have embraced me right away. So.
And you're her granddaughter,
Yeah.
too. So
So-
you would always hope, but you never know, right?
Yeah. So it was took a mental toll on me just to get the courage to come out. But finally, when I did, I just felt like I was in my own skin finally. And I wished I had done it sooner, but I don't look back. So I am who I am now. And
Yeah.
yeah.
And you're just doing your thing and
Yeah.
doing who you are. And like you said, there's a little bit of feeling of relief.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
And just really want to stress anybody that's feeling alone or they want to be someone else and they're worried about what other people think. I just be yourself, and if they don't agree with it, then they shouldn't be in. If they don't want to love you for who you are, they don't need to be in your life.
that's it. I agree. And I mean, we've seen that with athletics and relationships here and there. And like you said, you don't have to like who I like, or don't worry about who I'm with. People don't like that I'm with my wife. You don't have to. You know why? Because we're together.
Yeah.
You go off and do your own thing.
You're happy. It doesn't matter who you're with, as long as you're happy and in love. Just support your loved one.
That's it. And now you said her name's Taylor.
Yeah.
How does she support you with your NCG, with the wrestling dream?
She's fully supportive, and we met on a team 4 years ago, and we had no idea over the years that we we liked each other back then, and just you don't want to make things awkward in a friendship if it's mutual, but then in beginning of January we went for a drink at the Bourbon in Tecumseh, and just things kind of went up from there. And I brought her to a show, and she's been a fan of wrestling ever since. She's really supportive. Now she'll watch WWE with me.
Oh, no. Okay.
And even when like I'm not feeling it, like Monday Night Raw or SmackDown, she'll be like, "Let's put it on." Yep. She's really into it.
That's what you want. Your wife watches with you?
No.
No?
No, she's been to NCG. She prefers it live.
Yeah.
We have a son that was around the NCG level. He was a wrestler, and taking her the first time there was enough because she's watching her baby boy be thrown around.
Right.
And, that's mom's instinct is to get in there and kick some ass and help her son, but you can't. But the pride that we had in him doing it and just the way that he conducted himself and held himself in front of the community was amazing. To see that character change from a nice, quiet, very polite to now this is what he's doing.
Yeah.
And be prepared because there's guys that are 300 pounds going to throw your kid around.
Right.
And you have to sit and watch.
And in my, I could replay his matches over and over in my head. And I did notice for wrestling wise, and I always watch, and I don't know why, but I always was fascinated with guys getting in the ring. And you got into the ring when they had Karen McKenzie and them there, you climbed in. But I did notice, and I don't know why I noticed it, but the wiping of the feet before you got in, which was a lot of the guys just jump in.
Yep.
Where it was, okay, she's serious about this because she's showing respect.
Exactly.
She's doing the wiping of the feet, and then she got in. And it was an amazing time for me just to watch that somebody who was the bodyguard was showing respect to the sport, not just me as the bodyguard. There was so much more in that show.
Yeah.
And it was amazing. So it was just a neat thing to see.
And another thing, a lot of wrestlers, anybody in the crew, some people don't do it, but you're supposed to shake everybody's hand when you get there. And then when you're leaving, you have to say goodbye to everybody as a sign of respect. And
It's like a family gathering.
yeah. Yeah.
And NCG to me is community. It's a family.
Right.
Everybody, good, bad, that's where you're going to see that. After the match, you will see the guy who was the heel talking to the guy that was the face.
Right.
It's a neat thing, and we've kept some of our guests back just to see that, just to show that side of it.
Right.
Oh, for sure. And that's the other thing. If you're taught, to wipe your feet to show the respect and the shaking of the hands and introducing yourself, those are things that aren't only confined to the wrestling world. That's everyday life. Like when you go into a room, you say hello to everybody. You may not have to shake their hand, but hey, how's everybody doing? But there are some people who walk into a room and they won't acknowledge anybody except the person that they know.
Yeah.
And that's the respect that we're missing these days.
Yeah.
I would think.
It leaves an impression. And that's another reason me and Irish Bobby bonded. When I met him, I introduced myself, and a lot of people don't do that. And the local legends, they remember that stuff.
And it's like even when you got here today, and I was like, okay, yeah, you had something in your hand, but hey, thanks for coming. You're like, oh yeah, good to see you. And it's just, I wasn't sure at first, but no, got to be respectful. You want someone to do that, and yeah, next time I see you, we'll do the same. And like you said, I think respect, a little bit of respect goes a long way.
Definitely.
So, now have you been able to meet some of the other what you would call local legends? Have you been able to meet them a little bit?
Yes, I have. Irish Mickey Doyle is another one.
Oh yeah, you have.
Yeah, I've been. He's a huge he's almost like a fan of mine. He wants me to just do well in the business, and Irish Bobby's close to him. They grew up together, and Clancy's convinced he loves me more than him. Honestly, he's asking about you, and I'm trying to talk to him.
Right.
Yeah. So.
And Otis Apollo.
Yeah, I've met him a couple times. He's a great guy.
When we were there last March, February, was it when the Godfather was there? So February 22nd, we'll say. So I go there and I'm sitting there. I'm right at ringside, minding my own business, and there's a guy and he's going and he's waving at me, and I'm trying to figure out, I don't know who this is. And I said, "Oh, you're talking to me? Yeah, I'm talking to you. Yeah, come here." So I go over, and that's who it was. He's like, "Yeah, I'm Otis Apollo. Nice to meet you. So good to meet you." And I'm like, "Yeah, nice to meet you too. I mean, I've heard about you for years." He's like, "Yeah, I was talking to Bobby Clancy, and he said that we can be on your show." He said I might come out onto your show, but to have him call me over, it's like, wow, okay, this is pretty cool, and it was so nice, so genuine. We sat and talked for maybe 5 or 10 minutes, and I said, "I'm going to go back to my seat, and I'll come and see you later." And he's like, "Okay, it was really nice to meet you."
Yeah.
And I'm just the guy that has a podcast that we started, and here we are.
Yeah.
So
A lot of the legends just they're down to earth. We actually had a couple watch parties for the Traders Canada
oh, did you?
at Otis Apollo's, so
yeah.
that was cool. We had pizza and just hung out and got to hear some of their stories. And
Yeah, and you didn't know what was going to happen. You didn't know when he was getting kicked out.
no, I had no idea.
Horrible day.
Yeah,
No.
I know. I was so
Horrible.
disappointed. He should have won it all because
Yeah.
he was the show.
Yeah, from day one too. He's like, "Oh, I want to be the trader." He had the look, and the other thing is he got knocked out the week after he was on our show.
Oh,
So the episode aired, and it's like, "Oh, next thing you know, he's out." And they're like, "Oh, come on, it's
Yeah.
terrible."
Yeah, it was not good timing.
No.
It was not.
no.
Do you think you would do well on a show like that if you were on the Traders?
I think I would because I'm generally pretty quiet and shy when I don't initially know people. So maybe the other contestants wouldn't suspect me as a traitor if I got chosen as one. Or
That's true. That's true. But the other thing is what I've noticed, because once I watched his season, I decided to watch other seasons. It doesn't matter. You're quiet. Oh, you're too quiet.
Yeah,
And then you're loud. Oh, you're too loud.
yeah,
So
they're
you
all
can't
very.
win.
They suspect everybody.
Yeah, and if you watch the English version, they're so polite compared to the American version.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So the English version and the Canadian version, they're kind of like running neck and neck. The American version, oh, they're cutthroat. But anyways,
But I think we need to take Bobby and throw him into Big Brother, into the house.
That would be
Really?
It
interesting.
would be like letting the Tasmanian devil loose, because he just has a way of convincing people, no matter what it is, that he's right. And people would follow him. You would see all the guys that are younger looking up to him as the dad figure. Whatever he says is right, and they would follow him, and
Right.
they would follow him right to their doom, and it'd be phenomenal. It'd be the best thing on television.
He'd get the grand prize at the end,
Yeah.
do his evil laugh, and
That's
yeah,
it.
yeah,
game over.
I hear you. Fair enough. Now, speaking of, again, local legends or whatever, who were some of the other, do you have any other idols that you had growing up? So you said Ashley Mazzaro, Trish Stratus. Anybody else coming up?
Edge always stood out to me.
Okay.
He's also Canadian, so
Yep.
from Toronto, and
right.
I always loved his gear, like the long jackets, leather coats he'd come out with, and the cool tights, and just had a presence about him. And yeah,
If you could come out, so if you could pick gear to come out in, is that something that you would go with, the long jacket? What would your gear look like if you were coming out?
well, I'd probably definitely have black tights with kick pads and cool shoes underneath, and then some hints of pink thrown in with the gear,
Kind of like
like
Red
a
Heart.
yeah,
foundation?
yeah,
Yeah.
Okay.
some kind of cool jacket that you can wear to the ring, and then
Take it off and
Yeah.
throw it at someone in the crowd or whatever.
yeah, like a gothic heel vibe. Because I listen to a lot of metal, so that's kind of my Zen music.
All right. Oh, is it?
It
Okay.
gets me in the zone and relaxed, which is kind of crazy to say, but I don't know.
Everybody's got their own thing. So
Yeah.
That's right.
What? Speaking of that, what would the theme be for Prairie coming to the ring?
I've given a lot of thought about this for a long time, but there's this Italian group called Lacuna Coil, and they have this song called "The Siege," and it just basically some of the lyrics. It's surrender is no option. Got nothing left to lose. I just like some of the lyrics, and it just fits with how I want to be as a character. Like I'll never give up,
Right.
and
You've told us
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
We've learned that.
and it'll be different from any music anyone else has because I I haven't seen many girls come out to a metal
No,
type.
no.
No, not really.
No.
I mean, even for some like the hardcore, like more gothic look, you don't really get a lot of metal when they come to the ring.
I think Rhea Ripley's the only one
Yeah.
that's that hard.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
And iconic is like Natalia.
Yeah,
It hits
the
and then
guitar
it
riff.
just, that's the typical female's entrance. It just tones. But it hits hard and then it just stays there. And yeah, you would definitely stand out in the crowd with that.
And it's crazy because two of her entrance themes, one was by New Year's Day, and her song that she uses now is "Motionless in White." That's
Yeah.
who they're by, and two of my favorite groups. So when I
Okay,
when I
really?
seen them like actually perform her music live at WrestleMania, it was pretty cool to see that she also likes some of the same music as I do.
Yeah, because she sings her song as she comes to the ring too. Sometimes, and I
She's
like
always singing her song.
Yeah.
And I've never seen anyone do that.
It's really cool.
She's always lipping it.
that. Yeah,
It's just an amazing thing to see somebody that, you're starting to wonder, did she have something to do with that? So, like she
yeah.
knows.
Did she write it? No, she knows it pretty well.
And I've never seen anyone, even Hulk Hogan never came out singing Real American.
No.
He just came to where she's all the way down the aisle. She's mouthing the words. When she does her slide on along the rope, she's mouthing the words.
Yeah.
She's winking at the crowd and mouthing the words. So it's an amazing thing. And if that was something, because you could mouth the words, because Prairie doesn't talk.
right.
So that would be a really cool gimmick.
All right. Are you taking notes?
Yeah.
He's giving you.
Let me grab my phone,
Oh.
actually.
Yeah. But I'm thinking like the long black coat like the Undertaker, but no arms on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be cool.
That reminds me of the Edge look when he came out.
That'd be okay.
It was amazing.
Shoulders pop out. And,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's right. You let everybody know what you've been working on. You say, hey, this is what
Yeah.
I've been working on.
Yeah.
Here, there you go.
Got to show off the tattoos, too.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Oh,
Yeah.
there you go. Okay.
That's why I was thinking no arms,
Yeah.
because you don't want to cover it up. That's part of the character.
It is. It is. Tattoos, because you brought it up. Do you have a favorite one?
Honestly, I love this whole sleeve that I have, and I've been a big Resident Evil fan over the years. So that's a video game, and there's some movies based on it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now, that looks a lot like a female Joker,
yeah. It's
which
she's got the clown makeup on.
goes
Oh, that's
with
Yeah.
that's
the
awesome.
Batman.
Oh, okay.
See?
Look at that.
See, there's reasons that we've come together on these things.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Now, that's not Kim Basinger, though. It's
Y-
not.
no,
Okay, it's not someone. Okay.
no. It's just a Instagram model. I think my tattoo artist picked, and you just put this is called payasa, the clown makeup,
Yep.
and it's just a certain style that they tattoo. And yeah, I started at Terrifier. I'm into horror movies, like
I've seen a little
Yeah.
bit online. So, okay.
like I really like Terrifier, so Art the Clown.
Mm-hmm.
So my whole back is going to be Art the Clown themed, Terrifier themed, and I've done 2 sessions so far, but my third one's next month.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't have any. So
No?
I have a scar here. Yep, I have a scar there. That's all I have on my arms and a watch. So I'm with Michael.
He's always
Cole.
got a Sharpie, so.
Yeah, that's right. I bring a Sharpie with me everywhere I go in case I need to sign an autograph. or
Yeah.
something like that. You've already signed autographs. though,
Yeah,
right?
I've started. And I wanted to mention I've got another tattoo here that's Taylor's writing. So we each
no
have
kidding.
matching tattoos. She's got my writing
Yeah.
and Forever and Always. So
In the same
Now,
spot.
see,
Yeah.
if you look at it this way, up and down, it almost looks like Predator.
oh
The way
yeah.
That the Predator's language was all done on his.
Oh yeah.
That's amazing.
I'll take
Mm-hmm.
your word for it.
Yeah.
We're a little
It
too
is.
young for that movie, I think.
Predator just came out.
Oh, I thought you meant the '84.
There's like 9 of them.
Oh,
Oh,
I thought we were talking about the 1984 version.
No.
He
I
wasn't born in 1984.
haven't
was.
seen one of them.
You haven't?
No,
See, I told
I'm
you.
missing out, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess.
How many do you have, Dan?
I have one. That's it.
Yeah.
He's a Batman fan, in
Yeah.
case you didn't notice.
Yeah. What's your favorite? Who's your favorite Batman actor?
Ooh, there you go. See, they're flipping the script. Look at this.
See, Adam West was the best of it, but Michael Keaton in the movies was the best.
Yeah.
Is he? Okay.
Yeah. And then it went from there. Val Kilmer was the worst. Him and George Clooney were the worst.
I heard what's his name was
Christian
the worst.
Bale was good.
Christian Bale was good.
He was good?
But he was not Michael Keaton.
No, I heard what's his name? Affleck was the worst.
No, actually, Affleck's pretty good.
Was he okay?
Yeah.
All right.
Pattinson is bad.
Oh, I never saw that one.
You don't need to.
No.
It was
He
not
played
good.
Batman and Robert Pattinson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just picture him as Edward from Twilight.
Yeah,
I
right.
can't
Yeah,
really
and you
unsee
can't take that and
Yeah.
try to be a tough guy.
And he
Yeah.
was in the Harry Potter movies.
You're a
too.
sparkly little fella.
Right.
Vampire bat.
No, you don't. You don't. You don't call him at all.
I don't know. I didn't watch the movies. I just know he's a Batman guy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm Batman through and through.
You're a Batman and a Clancy guy.
That's it.
Definitely.
Right?
That's it.
Wait, sorry, do you have any other ones on your other side? I don't.
I'm Scream.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
another one of
Yeah.
my favorite horror
Bunch,
movie
yeah.
franchise.
Okay.
I've got a bunch on my leg. I've even had some of the actors and actresses from the movies, like in the director of Terrifier, sign my leg.
Oh, nice.
So they signed my Art the Clown
yeah.
piece on my leg.
Now, was that, say, last month or a couple of months ago?
Yep, I
just-
did meet a couple of them a few months ago in Ohio at Horror Hound, which
Oh,
is
yeah.
like just a convention. It's almost like Comic-Con, but all for scary movies.
Yeah, I saw a little. Again, I see your pictures online,
Mm-hmm.
and I know that you were. There was one lady who you met that I don't know her name, but anyways, I saw you met the one lady,
Mm-hmm.
and then I don't know what movie she was from, but you had the autograph from
Yeah,
her.
I just get them to sign my leg or
And they
wherever.
do, though,
yeah,
right?
just yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, because some people
meet
they
them.
say, "Oh, well, we're not going to do that because liability or whatever." But, if I ask you to. So Terrifier is that a franchise? Though?
Yeah, there's 3 movies, and it's just this clown, and he terrorizes. And a lot of people, if you don't like gory movies, you're gonna absolutely hate it.
Yeah.
But it just looks fake enough where
Yeah.
it doesn't bother your stomach, and you just it's more they make it funny because he's a
Yeah.
clown and he's like a mime, so he'll like laugh as he's chopping people up. It's
I've never heard of it. It's,
yeah.
I've heard of it, and clown-wise, my favorite is Pennywise.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not the new one, but the original. It.
Oh, from back in. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was spooky as hell. And then we went into the new one, who I wish it was kind of a separate movie instead of following, because that guy was good, but you're following one of the great. It's like Batman.
Yeah.
You're not going to follow Michael Keaton with, Val Kilmer. You're just not going to do it. And that was the problem with me with the It movies, was it was more of a remake, I thought, and the new Pennywise wasn't the old Pennywise. Like, that guy was just he was spooky.
Give you the creeps there.
Oh yeah, it'll keep you away from the circus for a while.
Right.
Now,
Yeah.
now, if you're at home watching, would Taylor watch with you or?
Oh yeah.
Oh, she's into him
she
too? Okay.
she was iffy at first. She's like, I haven't really been watching too many lately, and she would get spooked by them. But we started binging them,
Yeah.
and just now we have like no reaction. Like none of them scare us anymore. So it's kind of like you're numb to them at a certain point.
You know what? That's okay though.
Yeah.
It's okay as long as you're not going out trying to commit what you see on TV. Mm-hmm. You're good. Don't try this stuff at home, kind of deal.
So I'd say Art the Clown, Ghostface from Scream, and Michael Myers are my favorite horror icons.
All right, Michael Myers too, right?
Jamie Lee
Michael Myers
Curtis.
was good.
Yeah.
He was good.
Yeah, and he only used the kitchen knife, right?
That's all he needed.
Yeah.
He was like the embodiment of the Undertaker. He was already dead. What are you going to do to him?
Yeah, and you had that nice slow walk to the ring and everything.
It didn't matter how
I'm
fast you
sorry.
ran. He could outwalk you.
Yeah.
It was just amazing.
That was it. He was really tall.
Yeah.
He had long steps, long stride.
Yeah, well, I'm pretty sure I can run faster scared than he can angry. So
No matter how fast you run, he'll always catch
Yeah.
up to you.
Yep.
So
Yeah,
and then he
and-
appears in front of you.
Yep.
He's
Yeah.
like, oh, hey. You
But-
stop to tie your shoe, and you look up, and he's right there.
yeah.
I'm not even stopping to pick up my shoe.
No, I would not.
Kick him off and keep running.
Yeah.
So if you could be in a horror movie, would that be one of your picks? Terrifier?
I would say Terrifier.
For sure.
There's going to be one more movie, so that
There's a
would
chance,
be
eh?
yeah. It'd be pretty cool.
All right. Any specific character, or you would just be?
It would be cool to be like one of the main characters in the storyline,
Okay.
but yeah, anything's possible. Who knows?
You don't
They-
know.
Maybe Art needs a bodyguard.
Maybe.
See that? Always thinking. I like that. I like that. You're staying on the ball. Staying on the ball. Now, speaking of always thinking, do you write your own promos? So they were going to give you an online, or sorry, they were going to give you some lines, a speaking role. So they give you a speaking role. Would you write your own lines? Have you written some of your own promos or anything like that in the past?
I haven't had the opportunity yet. I'm just kind of sitting back and watching and just learning from like the legends and picking up on what I could use in the future
Okay.
when I make my actual debut in the ring. But definitely want to keep up with the heel gimmick for sure. Heels have more fun.
Yeah, I think it works.
Yeah.
I think
So
it
you're
works.
just right now. You're just a sponge. You're taking in everything from everyone that will. How do you find NCG? They're bringing in like some of the tops. You got Tessa in there. You've got Giant Orion. Like they are all over. Zico is amazing. Are you getting from them like what this business is about? Are you learning from them,
Yep.
or are you learning more from like Bobby and
Mainly from Bobby, but you just pay attention and listen when you're back in behind the scenes, like backstage. And I'm sure I'll learn a lot from Al Snow.
oh my gosh,
June 28th.
Right.
how much time do you have? That guy is just a wealth of knowledge.
I know.
It's
So
and that's since the show started. I've said my idol was Al Snow.
Yeah. From
Now-
day one.
Alice Lane spent a lot of time with Al Snow, so
Oh,
it
wow.
was like, when can we get Al Snow? And now he's just coming to town. It's going to be incredible.
And if you want to see him, you can watch on Netflix. There's a show called
the wrestlers.
Yes. Yeah. Have you watched it?
I've watched a few episodes and
Yeah, I'm on episode 6 right now.
Are
so
you?
There's only 6, so it's not too much. But the stuff that you see and the journey that they're going
Mm-hmm.
on, and to watch it and see, like Freya the Slayer, she was in there. The Shotgun Tony Gunn's in there for a bit. Al Snow. Like, there's just people who I saw in LaSalle just a couple months ago, and it's like, oh, they're there.
get
on
to see him
Netflix,
in
yeah.
real life too.
Yeah,
It's
and
cool.
I mean, it's different to see them on screen and what they're going through, and then next thing you know, there they are, and they were really good. Hey, you want to do an interview? Sure, let's talk for a bit, and they're very good that way, and I want to see them do well. And they said it's possible they could get a second season, but we'll see how it goes.
Hopefully. Have you guys watched the WWE show? It's on Crave and it's called Legends and Future Greats.
Yes, I saw the first couple episodes, so I'm trying not to spoil it because I see stuff online. But what did you think of it?
We're watching that right now, me and Taylor, and I'm just hooked right in.
Yeah.
It's just interesting, and I don't know how the judges are like making their decisions because it's crazy how talented the whole roster is.
Yeah.
It's all different shapes and sizes, and they're all they come from like there's one that's a gold medalist,
Yeah, she's
a lot of football players.
yeah. I can't remember what she did, but I know she has the medals.
I think her
Honestly,
name's Tyra Ray Steele.
Yes,
Yeah.
and she's from Kentucky or something. She's from somewhere, I think, in the South.
Yeah.
I find it amazing that they can even perform at the level they are, because some of them are just
Starting.
yeah. And you're looking at them going TNA, NXT. They can make it in there, and they're in front of the Undertaker, Mickey James, Bubba Ray Dudley.
Who he's not taking anybody's nonsense.
He's like
But-
the Simon Cowell
Yeah.
of the show.
He
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, I
He
love
is.
it.
Yeah.
Have
And
you ever seen him in real life, like in
Uh,
person?
I did meet him once
Did you?
at a TNA show. Might have been Windsor, it could have been Oshawa, but he was under the name Bully Ray then.
oh, yeah.
Yes.
And just, I think he was in his heel mode.
Yeah.
He's a lot bigger
He's a
than I
great
thought he
heel.
was.
Oh, he is.
He is.
But that show needs that, because when I watched the first, okay, Undertaker saying this and Mickey James giving this advice, but Bully Ray's telling you what you did wrong. This is what I need from you.
Yep.
and that's all there is to it.
And another thing that stood out that he did was he said, "You're going to earn my handshake."
Yeah.
Once
Yes.
so I like that.
And you figure he started with Devon, and there's another one. The guy is just an amazing athlete for the size of those two.
Yeah.
What they could do in the ring
Right.
was incredible.
No, I didn't realize that he was that big until he walked out the door and he walked by me. And I didn't realize he's got a lot of size to him that I didn't realize. But, I mean, that works when you're getting slammed around for a living for how many years, too, right?
Right.
For the amount of time that he's put in. So yeah, you watch that show, too. Right?
Yeah. Really enjoy it.
Let's see if I can catch up. Mm-hmm. Like
So we're going to go in NCG. Prairie, what is your move? What is your finishing move?
Oh, okay.
I want to do something big, like some kind of power slam, just to showcase my athletic strength, ability.
Yeah.
So something along the lines of that, but we'll see.
Yep.
I have a couple ideas.
She's a work in progress. If she tells it now, then
Yeah, it's got to be a surprise.
We've named a lot of moves, such as,
you
Giant
know
Orion.
all the movies.
and there was no more Razor's Edge after we talked because it was now the fall from Olympus. And Orion was part of the gods.
Yep.
So he understands, and that's what I call. I'll never call it the Razor's Edge when he does it.
Okay.
But I'm thinking like, you got the Prairie Plex.
Oh,
You got,
there's an idea.
you know,
How about the flat line?
you
I
could
like
do-
that, actually.
Yeah, the flat line's good. Flat line would be a perfect, which is the condemned move, is the pile driver.
Okay.
Do the pile driver or tombstone, and
Wow.
then it's flat line. That'd be great.
See? So you take all these notes. You write
Yeah,
them down, lady. You have a good memory?
Yes, I do. So I'm definitely going to be putting him in my notes on my phone.
That, or you bring in soccer and you do the Orton punt, prairie punt, boom.
Even
So hopefully that guy's head don't come off.
Because she's the goalie.
Yeah.
yeah.
How about the saving grace? That's what we'll call it.
Okay.
I don't know what it's going to look like, but you can call it saving grace. And we'll know what it means because we know that you're a goalie.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right, fair enough. You got it. So, okay, speaking of NCG, again, there's an NCG show coming up this weekend. So this weekend, May 23rd through the 25th, we have the 177th Leamington Fair. Have you ever been?
I actually haven't been to the Leamington Fair before.
Neither have I, and it's been 177 years. I had no idea.
I thought you were at them all.
Yeah, I had no
I thought you were
idea.
going to say you've been to every one of them.
No, I missed a couple, so I haven't been. But NCG will be there this Friday and Sunday as well. Will we see you on Friday night? Okay, all right,
See?
fair enough.
See?
No, I'm good with it. And for people who didn't see it on the camera, that's it. She's zipping it. Okay, are you going to be there?
That could be before the finisher.
Yeah, that could be. It could be.
Could be
She
some
takes
kind
you
of
out silently.
All
the
right.
silencer. That
Yeah.
could be a name for a move.
That would work
Yeah.
too. Are you going to be at the Leamington Fair?
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, I'll be wandering around.
You're going to be missing out, Jay.
I think so. But if you see anybody, if they're looking for me, just tell them I'm thinking of them.
I'll let Bobby know.
Yeah.
'Cause he's the one that usually looks for you.
Yeah, I know. That's what I said. When did I miss? Oh, I missed April 5th.
Yeah.
And I said, if you see my good friend Bobby Clancy, tell him I said hello. And when he says we're not good friends, he doesn't mean that. We're good
He
friends.
did. He was pretty serious.
Oh,
And
really?
Giant Orion wasn't a big fan either, but Zico, maybe.
Yeah, he missed me?
The congregation, maybe.
Fair enough. We'll see. I don't know if I can make it Friday, but possibly Sunday.
Okay.
So if you're around, maybe I'll see you, maybe I won't. But should be a good card coming up, though. And the thing is if you pay your admission to the fair, and you get to see the
You
free
get
show.
Yep. It's an awesome opportunity to come check out the show and just meet your favorite NCG stars.
Oh, yeah.
See
then-
who you're missing.
And then June 28th back in Leamington. That'll be a good one.
Yes, at the I can't remember the name of the place. It's formerly known as the Shirk Center, but it's the Agri Foods. I'm not going to say.
Yeah.
I can't remember the name of it. But were you there once?
Yep.
Yeah, you were already there. Okay.
It's going to be an amazing. Like when they went to LaSalle, they opened it up so much.
Yeah.
They did.
It was, and it's been a year.
Yeah.
Look
It-
at the progress. They've
Right.
got TNA, and they're going to be streaming live.
And with Al Snow coming into play
Yeah.
June 28th, that brings in like OVW because we've already had a
Yeah.
couple of the OVW stars like Freya the Slayer, Tony
She's
Gunn.
amazing. And Tony Gunn was an amazing athlete. Just, to see them coming in, it's just going to be phenomenal there.
Right.
And all it does is just excels everything with NCG. But their climb right now is amazing for a small town. They started in a bar.
Right.
Right.
It's
El Patron,
incredible to see what they're going to do.
yeah. And how exciting is it for you to be on that journey with them? Because you know they started just over a year ago. And now here you are, because I met you at an event in April or February. And all of a sudden,
It's blowing up.
here you
Like
are.
just lots of people like we're posting a lot on social media. We went out to Leamington yesterday with the owner, so Mikey, and I went with Clancy and Taylor and I. We went and put up flyers
yeah.
on all over Leamington and just trying to spread the word. At the last show, I think we almost had 600 people roughly.
It
So
was a lot.
yeah,
I heard, and that's a great facility for
Yeah.
it.
yep.
600.
And I believe we'll be back there in August. So
Nice.
Okay. All right. Like I said, I have them all on my calendar. I didn't hear that one yet, but this is breaking news. So maybe in August. And the other thing that Dan mentioned earlier with the Windsor Essex, the streaming service now, that's another avenue that you have where if you can't make it to Leamington, because I know a lot of people, we're in the Windsor wrestling community and on Facebook, and a lot of people who don't have the transportation. Oh, I wish I could get out to Leamington to see the show. But now, just to have that other avenue to stream it online, that's a big deal too.
yep, exactly. And I think they're even offering shuttles for fans to get to the
Oh.
Leamington show in June. I know for sure.
That's
so
right too.
I
forgot
did
about
see that.
And again, nominal fee too. Like it's not, you're not going to break the bank. If you have the ticket to the show,
Right.
I think it was like a couple of bucks to get out there. It's not a crazy amount, and that's what you want. You want, because we said it before, we want NCG. Well, we notice that NCG is affordable for families. It's expensive to go to the movies, but when you can have a family pack for 4, and you can go out and sit right there at the front, it's a big deal for people because you don't know if they're ever going to come back. Like it could be their first show ever, and the fact that you can go 4 people, take your family out for a Friday night, and the shows don't go very late either.
Right.
Show's done at 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
But NCG, since we got involved with them, has always said they're local.
Yeah.
Local. And that shows their dedication to local. That you can take your kids and you can go to it.
Right.
And yeah, they have the streaming service now. That's great for people that don't want to go out to it. But it's a whole different atmosphere when you are live there and you get to see the size of these people.
Yeah.
You get to interact with them before and after.
Right.
And you see
That's what you need.
the production that goes
Yeah.
behind everything, like
Yeah.
the setup and
Like you'll meet Drake, Sanjay.
right.
It's just a great experience for me. Is you have to be live. I don't want to watch NCG on TV.
Yeah.
I want to be there because you're right in the midst of it. It's a whole different feeling than when you're just at home. It's the same as going to a big time card.
Yeah.
Like I've been to Hell in the Cell. Hell in the Cell live is completely different than watching on TV.
Right.
But NCG is pretty much the mark right now for this area. Go live. You can afford to bring your kids, your family,
Yep.
and we've been known to throw some tickets to the listeners.
Yeah. I've heard stories.
Yeah.
I've heard stories. That's very true. I just, like I said, I like going to see the show, and it's, I don't know. Like I said, it's good entertainment. I started watching when I was little, and again, I'm not as old as Dan is, but I've watched long enough. And just to be able to go and see, like kind of like the new class, where it's okay. You never know what because I hadn't gone to NCG. I mean, it's only been a year, but when I finally got to go and see the production value, like you said, because they have the videos on screen, you know, the announcers are right there calling the matches, watching, and I have watched on YouTube. So the streaming service, I don't know how it's going to look, but even watching the matches back on YouTube, the production value, the camera work is just
Feels like you're
it is
right up
amazing.
there still, so at least you get the chance to watch from home if you happen to miss a show or you have a prior obligation.
To me, it's no different than watching any of the bigger
Yeah.
WWE, in that you get invested in certain wrestlers. That's what you need, that one-on-one with them, is you get that relationship with them where now you're a Clancy guy. That's all there is to it.
Yeah.
But you could be a Zeke freak.
Yep.
See the size of Giant Orion, which was the first thing out of my mouth when I met the man, was, wow.
Right.
It's like you need a ladder to be able to talk to him without straining your neck.
Yeah.
Right. Right. But he's from, where is he from? He's from the East Coast, right?
No, he lives on the East Coast.
Oh, he's not from the East Coast?
I believe New Brunswick, possibly.
That's where he is right now. But he's from Manitoba.
Oh,
Oh, is he really?
Good thing
Close there.
Good thing you
He's
checked out.
buds.
are you guys
Back.
besties or something, Dan?
I wish.
Yeah.
I wish that was my
You're a
bestie.
Clancy
Who would
guy
bug
and
me
you're a
ever?
Ryan
Yeah,
guy.
never have to worry.
I could go and piss off anybody I want and just go talk to him.
Yeah. It's like, listen,
Yeah.
take a look at this guy.
I could do it right now. I could go talk to Bobby, talk to him.
Yeah.
Whichever one you want.
You know what? We'll set
You
something
get
up.
taken out from the bottom and the top. But he is an amazing, amazing talent, like to move and to know that he's an MMA fighter as well.
Right. We're gonna have
How
to have
much
him
damage could that guy do to you?
Wow.
I wouldn't want him to
We'll
hit
find
me.
out.
Yeah, we're gonna have to have him on the show one
Yeah,
day.
we're gonna have to, and just let him loose for 10 minutes, and then it'll just be me and him doing the show.
That's why he's a part of Team Clancy also.
Yeah. See that? See the connection? He's trying to get a
But
spot in
the-
Team Clancy.
It actually
Yeah,
got
I
bigger
think
when
so.
they brought Jack Talos in. The
He,
team got bigger.
I think he's like 7'1".
7'1", 7'2".
Yeah.
Easily.
Yeah.
He was a monster, that's for sure.
But again, just a really nice guy, though. We'll see him after.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. So you go out and you're out with Bobby, and you know this and that's going on. Is he a really nice guy? Is he a nice
Yes.
guy away from the ring?
He is very. He's a huge people person. He'll go up to anyone, introduce himself, or he'll take a photo with a fan if they come up to him. He's just great, down to earth human being. He's totally different than when he's doing his thing in the ring or ringside.
Yeah, we won't have to tell anybody else. This
No,
is just between
no.
us, the three of us sitting here. PD's listening, but yeah, just between the three of us.
Saying that, on the 21st of June, we've got him going to the Leamington Humane Society.
Oh, that's
help
right.
them.
Yes.
And this is the second time that he's been at the Humane Society to help. And he gets nothing out of it. That's what I've been telling you forever, is he's a great guy.
Right.
We
You just don't listen well.
No, I just don't want to. I don't want to spoil it. I'm just saying. Sometimes people think
He's
that-
great to everybody
Yep.
except Jake,
Except
because
me.
he said he's
You
really
gotta be a
good at.
fan.
Yeah, he's good at picking out.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. So-
Okay. He's
Yeah.
a good judge of character or mischaracter.
But that's
uncharacter?
a big one. Is going to be 21st of June.
Yes.
Come out, see Bobby, see what he's like in real life.
Yeah.
He's in there with the animals, and I know he's a huge cat guy.
Oh, he is.
Yes. Piper
Huge.
and Luna.
Piper and
Yeah.
Luna. Yeah.
So
He
that
loves
just
his cat.
shows the opposite. But
Yeah.
when he hits the ring, he's all business.
It's time.
Exactly.
It's go time. Okay. Well, I won't. When I see him, I won't tell him that you told me he's a nice guy.
Yeah. Please don't.
Yeah.
I've been telling you that forever.
That's fair enough. Oh, and by the way, it's going to be in Leamington too.
Yep.
So it's the Humane Society in Leamington,
Yep.
June 21st. It's a fundraiser, and they're working on funds for the animals. And will you be at that? Can you tell us that?
Yes, I will be attending that
Okay.
after work, but we've done the Windsor Humane Society also.
Yes.
Me, Clancy, and Zico.
Yeah, a couple
Which
months
was a
ago
great,
or so.
it was all over the internet. It was amazing to see Zico in town, Bobby just going around, and they're just people
Mm-hmm.
with animals.
Yeah.
And for me, right now, people, we see that, wrestling's not fake. People are fake.
Yes.
Same thing when it comes to animals is some people are just fake with the animals, where these guys were genuinely just loved being there and being in the presence of those animals.
Right.
And it was a great, great video that they had on there.
It was. Do you have any pets?
I do, actually. I have a cat named Shiloh. She's a Siamese mix, and I actually got her after my grandma passed last year.
Oh, okay.
She had asked me a few years prior, she said, if anything like ever happens to me, will you take my cat? And so I promised her I would, and now I have Shiloh, and I also have a hedgehog.
Nice.
See, I would have
Named
guessed that
Salem.
you had an iguana. I'm sorry.
Really?
I didn't mean to cut you off. I saw the tattoo. I was like, okay, I'd have to guess
When I
that
was
she
younger, I
had an
had
iguana.
six. I had six.
Six
iguanas.
iguanas?
Yeah.
Wow.
Biggest one was 6 foot long.
Jeez.
Really? And would they stay in the same aquarium or terrarium together?
But no, the house was their domain. There was,
Wow. So they free
yeah.
free roamed?
Really? And would they ever fight each other?
No.
Or anything like that?
Free roam iguanas?
Oh, yeah.
Really? Okay. All right. This is when you were growing up, or this is like you were an adult?
So I was an adult.
Oh, okay. All right.
You think my mom was going to let me bring an iguana in?
I don't know.
I had to have my own place.
This was in St. Catharines?
Yeah, and it was just, I had sticks all over the place, and they climbed free.
Wow.
Really?
Did their thing, yeah.
Okay, see, I didn't know that. I used to have a turtle. So we had a turtle, and his name, he was about the size of a toonie.
Nice.
Now
he got
he's
to
the size
be-
of a quarter.
No, he's about this big. He's about this
Wow.
big. His name was Fenway Seamus O'Malley. He's half Irish on his mother's side.
Oh.
So, and he didn't free roam. We had to keep him contained. But when you did take him out to like clean the tank and you let him go on the grass, it's a lot faster than you would think he would be. But he's no longer with us.
Oh.
We had to let him go. He didn't die. We had to let him go because it was 20 years that he had been with us.
Yeah, they live a long time.
They do. So, like, no, you know what? He's got to go. And I live in a house full of women, so he was the only other guy in the house, and he couldn't say much either. So he was pretty quiet. And we also have a dog. So you have dogs too?
Two, yeah.
Yeah. Baxter and
Maxie. They actually come and they do the Saturday Night Kitchen Party with me.
oh, do they really?
Yep.
I didn't know the other one's name. Okay,
Yep.
Maxie. I knew Baxter. Okay.
How old are they?
Max just turned 11,
Wow.
and Baxter was right around the 8 years old right now.
Okay. And did you raise them from like birth kind of thing?
We got Max when he was 6 weeks,
Okay.
so we raised him basically.
Yeah,
He
that's-
fit in my pocket.
That's long enough, yeah.
And then Baxter was probably about 12, 14 weeks, and we got him from a guy who worked shift work and just left him in a cage and didn't want that for him.
Yeah, you can't have that.
So he was looking to get rid of him, so
Okay.
brought him back, and now he's the other star of the Grumpy Grampy show.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Dan has another show.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Grumpy Grampy.
Yeah. You know how I got my dog? Someone asked my daughter. They said, "Oh, hey, can you watch our dog?" Because she was a puppy. Her name's Daisy. Hey, can you watch our dog for the weekend? So she said yes, and
They never came back.
yeah, my daughter will be. She was 12 then, and she's 20 now.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that's how I have a dog.
What
So
kind?
It's a Bichon.
Oh.
So I walk her through the town, and everybody knows who Daisy is because I've heard we're quite the sight. Between the two of us walking down the sidewalk, I've heard stories. Like, I had a guy yell at his window one day, "Get a bigger dog." Mind your business.
Yeah.
Mind your business.
Smaller dogs have a bigger personality.
They do. They do. She's, and again, the problem is she's a jerk because she's smart. They're very smart dogs.
Yep.
That's what makes her a jerk. But I missed the name of your hedgehog.
Salem.
Salem.
Yeah.
Really? Okay, like the Salem witch trial.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See the horror.
Spooky,
It's all
yeah.
tied in.
Yeah.
Always
Shiloh
thinking.
already had a name. Is
Yeah.
that correct?
Yeah. My grandma adopted her, so yeah.
All right. See that? There you go. So the Humane Society, June 21st, Saturday, in Leamington,
Leamington.
and that's on Erie Street, I believe. Oh,
believe
we'll
so.
look. Yeah, we'll look
Yeah.
into it. We will promote it a little bit more as the time. comes
Perfect.
up.
Yeah.
So
And going forward, is there a chance we're going to see Prairie climb into the ring?
Absolutely.
Good.
I don't know when, but you'll see me
Okay.
for sure.
All right, we are going to watch.
Well, we're counting down 1 year to championship, so
I'll get my Tessa Blanchard match. And
that's right.
Yeah.
After Chantel, of course, because Chantel, she's in line first. Mm-hmm. So.
And Jody Threat.
Yeah.
Oh, and Jody. Oh, that's right. That's the 28th, right? Yeah. So she's big in TNA too. So have you met her before?
I have a couple
have?
times.
Okay.
Yes.
I know she was teamed up. It was almost a year ago now. She teamed up with Darren McCarty, former Red Wing, Detroit Red Wing, and they had a mixed tag team match. And I was like, okay, she's pretty good. She's been doing a lot of good things too. So. All right. Anything else that we need to get into that you want to get into before we take off?
Honestly, it was a pleasure being here, and I hope to see you guys at the fair this weekend, and if not, June 28th.
All right. June 28th, and that is in Leamington as well. And June 21st is in Leamington as well. You guys, I don't know, I want to say that I think the company as a whole, they're doing really well. They've always been kind with us, and glad to see that you're a part of it, and thank you for coming and spending the time with us today.
Thank you for having me, Jay.
Anytime.
Dan.
You're welcome here anytime.
All right.
You want.
Appreciate that.
Anything else you want to get into?
Do I get to suplex someone through a table?
That's your guy right
Who's
there.
going to volunteer?
You can. We have a volunteer over here. He's a little bit lighter than I am. I haven't been in the gym as much as I should be.
Well,
I'm pretty sure that my money's on her. I will clean the
Mine too.
table off.
Mine too. No, we have a show tomorrow. There's a show tomorrow.
you might want to call the ambulance now.
Yeah.
Petey, dial 911. And just wait.
Wow.
So as our predictions have always going, so it's a listen to me now and hear me later type of situation. Is we've got NCG's women's champion 1 year from now.
Okay.
Sitting here with the title.
All right. Fair enough. If people are looking for you online, where can they find you online? If
Prairie
you want to be found.
at Prairie Bortolin.
Okay.
So it's spelled like the Prairie Provinces.
Yes.
Prairie Dog.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
it. Do you know Prairie Dawn?
Sesame Street, right?
Right.
Yeah.
That's where I know it from. That's where I know her from too. Prairie Dawn. Do you know Prairie Dawn?
I was around when Sesame Street was Sesame Street. But
Oh, that's
when
right.
they just found the street.
That's right.
I was watching.
They're laying the road down.
Yeah. Like the first time that big bird came along.
Yeah.
Snuffleupagus.
Oh,
You know his first name?
Who?
It's not Mr. Snuffleupagus.
Yeah, mister.
No, it's Aloysius.
Yeah,
You gotta do your
wish.
history. You gotta do your history.
Your wish. This is going to be the title. We're going to have Prairie Signer.
Yes,
That's
that's
been
right.
signed by all the greats that have been here. So
So there you go. Take a look at camera 5 and show it to him, and we will have you sign it.
yes,
perfect.
anywhere you want.
Yeah, and then we will get out of here. So Prairie Bortolin, are you on Twitter? Are you on Instagram?
I am on Instagram under Prairie Bortolin, and then you can also find me on Facebook.
Okay. All right. So if you want to get in contact with Prairie, you can find her on Facebook and Instagram
Perfect.
under her name at Prairie Bortolin.
Or show up at NCG and you'll see her. You won't hear from her, but you'll see her.
Right. That's it.
And I might even take a photo with you. We'll
Oh
see.
wow!
Strong silent type.
Look at this. Good.
Maybe we can get a photo of her. Has you in the headlock,
Maybe.
a real headlock.
Yeah, I watched her. She put a friend of mine in a headlock a few months ago. His name was Jay too.
Yeah. I saw her
Next
trash a
967.
production.
Oh,
guys,
yeah,
so-
yeah.
Oh yeah, he had the serious grip.
He was
on it.
really sorry afterward.
I believe. That I can believe. Okay, we are going to get out of here then.
Yes.
I think.
Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you
Come
for
down here
having
to
me.
the
It
studio.
was a pleasure.
Yes. Do you want to say hello to Taylor at all?
Uh,
Or you already did?
she knows I'm here, and she's really looking forward to watching it.
Okay, and maybe one day we'll meet her.
Yeah,
Is
absolutely.
Taylor going to get in the ring? That's going to be your next one.
You never know.
Okay. See?
She's quiet.
We'll see.
Strong silent. That's what I said.
That's right. Okay, we're going to get out of here then. And again, thank you for being here.
Thank you.
If you are looking for us, you can find us on the CKRT Border City Radio app, or you can find us at ckrtbordercityradio@gmail.com. You can give us some feedback, good or bad, because it's all about balance, right? So,
I see nothing bad.
Oh, you haven't seen the bat yet?
Nothing yet.
You can find us on the app. You can find that in the App Store as well as the Google Play Store. If you want to give us a call and leave us a message, you can do so at 226-759-8280. And with that, thanks for tuning in to the Wrestling Roundup. We hope you enjoyed diving into the world of suplexes and smackdowns with us today. And again, you can stay tuned for another exciting episode next week. Same time, same ring. And if you want to reach out to us on our socials, you can do so at the Wrestling Roundup on Facebook and Wrestling_Roundup on Instagram. So until then, for Prairie Bortolin, I'm Jay, he's Dan, and we'll see you when we look at you. And we are out.